Welcome. What's happening, folks? Spencer here. It's episode 61 of Spencer Uncensored. Let me get myself set up here. Ooh, there we go. I got to figure out how to get that. You know what? I sit here and play around with the technology and I get all bent out of shape because it's not right. And I got to work on this and I got to get this right. You know what? Sometimes you just got to pull the trigger and make it happen. So today, we're going to cover a couple things. And then we're going to be done for the night. It's not going to take us very long. I've got a Monte Cristo just pulled out of the humidor, ready to go. Looking forward to having that this evening. And so we're going to run off and do that. But before I do that, I want to share a couple things tonight. I usually do this as like a little bit of an update and let you guys know what's going on. So as you guys come in, you're welcome to, chat, ask questions. Even if you're seeing this on a recording, you're welcome to put stuff in the comments. I will see that. So if you got questions, you want to run something by me, or if there's something that you guys would love to run past me, like, hey, what do you think about this? Or message me. I would love to talk about it. Because more than likely, if there's something going on in your life, in your business, and so on, there's other people just like it or have the same situation, and helping them would be, or helping you would be helping them too. So feel free to reach out, touch base. You're welcome to be here. You're free to ask questions, right? And then, of course, give us the likes and the thumbs up and whatever else is necessary to let me know that you're here. I appreciate all the love that you give, as well as sharing and subscribing. So maybe you're seeing this on YouTube later or wherever I've got it out on the internet. Feel free to share it as we move along. So tonight, let me give you a quick update on a couple things. One, as many of you know, we had the real estate reset course. We've been working through that content. I got to get back on that train. I've been out of town for a little over 2 weeks, so we've not done any updates on the course, but we are going to update. Right now, with those that are going through it live with me, the real estate team that I work with, United Home Group, they've actually been they've been getting the content as I've been going along. And then I go back and record it for the general public that's in Unshakable HQ. So today last week we covered, we talked about how to cultivate, right? So, we're going through the process of real estate and you understand you have to make contact, but once you make contact, then you have a situation where we're either going to convert or cultivate. So we got a crossroads that we have to make a decision about which direction we're going to go, right? Or a fork in the road, if you will, with this contact. What am I doing with this person? Am I going to close them for the appointment now, or am I going to cultivate them? And so last week we talked about cultivate and all the different systems and ways to do that, creating campaigns and so on. And then, however, the people that are more within a time frame that's going to be current, like in the next 3 months, maybe even 5 to 6 months, I may want to go ahead and schedule an appointment with those people. So today we talked about conversion. And it's a popular topic because I think most people really don't know how to do that well. I think everybody knows how to talk, but they don't know necessarily how to convert. And so today we talked about the specific conversion framework with timing, motivation, obligation, and qualification. We talked about the specific transfer question to get us into the real estate discussion. And then we talked about how to set the appointment, what question to ask. And we got into some really good stuff. And that I trust those that actually went through it. Of course, you can see their light bulbs going off, and most of them needed to hear the recording. So if you want to know more about that kind of thing, the call conversion discussion or how to set appointments with people, then you want to be on the real estate reset. Message me. I'll tell you how to get into that. But I think the challenge for a lot of agents is that we're just like floundering and dealing with surface level discussions, and we don't know how to go deep enough to really convert a conversation to the next step. The other thing too is that we get 1,000 different ways to do that. We hear agents tell us, they go to all this training and different brokerages have different training. Most of them have some sort of training on what to do if somebody calls you or somebody reaches out to you on your direct messages, your DMs and so on, or somebody just reaches out to you or connects with you. Like there's a lot of classes on this stuff. Problem is that they're all so bulky and cumbersome that you struggle to remember it all, and so you feel like you're messing it up more than you're doing it right. So what we do in the reset is actually help you break it down into a very simplistic framework. And when you understand the framework, then you can kind of put bits and pieces based off of your personality, based off of your training, based off of your team, your whatever you got going on, and put it on there, and then boom, now you've got a very strong structure to convert or nurture a conversation forward. That's what we're doing. So if all of that sounds good to you, then reach out to me on the reset. I'll be glad to talk to you about that and help you out with it. The big thing that I want to come with tonight, and these are getting shorter and shorter. Eventually, we're going to do this in the interview format, but I'm just doing this to keep myself sharp, keep going, right? We are getting ready to roll out a practical planning challenge. Might change it to a momentum challenge. But the practical planning challenge is, and I mentioned this 2 weeks ago when I told you guys we were going to roll it out, because by far the most popular thing that I talk about is practical planning. Whether people ask me for it or whether I end up telling them about it, one way or another, we end up talking about practical planning because most people don't have a structure in place that helps them create momentum. So I'm going to give you three quick secrets tonight about momentum and why the challenge is going to help you with that kind of thing. Those of you that have worked with me and have already done all the practical planning, you're welcome to go through the challenge just to give yourself a little bit of a refresher and or just something exciting to roll through, because it is going to be 7 full days, 6 sessions, but 7 days. Excuse me. 5 sessions. There's 5 sessions, but it's going to be, no, it is 6 sessions. I don't know what I'm talking here. It's Thursday, Friday, then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it's 6 sessions. There's 6 sessions over the course of 7 days. And so in that time frame, though, if you want to jump in on something and get excited about it, this would be a cool thing to do, because it's a community of people and the challenge is designed to be a little bit challenging, right? So we're going to take you through the priming. We're going to take you through the price tag. We're going to take you through the process. We're going to go through all of that in those 6 sessions. And you're going to learn more about yourself. We're going to work on doing some prizes too, by the way. So anyway, moving along. I just realized all my lighting is like really bright light, and I usually have it set. There it is. A little warmer, so it's not so blue light conversation. Okay, back on track. So 3 quick things about momentum I'm going to share with you guys. Okay. Number 1. Well, first, let me explain what I believe that momentum happens when there's an alignment between mindset, mechanics, and movement. Anybody that's hung out with me anytime, you've heard me talk about that before. Those 3 M's, everything I do is built off of those 3 things: mindset, mechanics, and movement. Okay. So it's a step-by-step process for you to take immediate control. All right. And let's just move along here. Let me tell you what the 3 secrets are, because I'm just kind of excited to get to those. Cut away all this other stuff I got written down here. Number 1, momentum can happen in an instant. The big thought here around the concept of momentum is really the words critical mass. Okay. In science, it's also called disambiguation. What a big word. But it's the moment of threshold, when it suddenly feels like you've reached the tipping point and things just click. You've been there before. You've experienced it. You've had this in your life before, right? It's like watching a sports event when there's a clear feeling that momentum has swung in favor of the other person or the other team. Sometimes we can call it flow, right? It's important because when you stack the right circumstances and move energy from ambiguity into clarity, things can radically change. And it happens in what feels like an instant, right? So you got to stack the right circumstances. If you didn't know, you can do that. The second secret, kind of piggybacks here, is that momentum can be manufactured. Here's what you need to understand. Everything currently in our life is a result, period. When we can separate who we are from the results in our lives, that's when we take our first step in manufacturing momentum. Often, we give our power away to something outside of ourselves, and we call it a circumstance. So if this is true, if we don't like something in our lives, we can see it for what it is, suck out the emotion behind it, and decide on the direction we choose. If our decisions put us here, where we are right now, our decisions can take us where we choose to move forward to. All we need are the steps. So it can be manufactured. The third secret in all this is that you can speed up your results that you're already getting. This is true about momentum. Matter of fact, it can be your best friend or your worst enemy. No matter if you like where you are right now or not, whichever direction you're headed, momentum will in fact speed it up. So if you're satisfied with an area of your life or your business, and you want to, say, explode your business, 10x, whatever you want to call it, right? You want to explode your results. Momentum can make that happen even faster. Momentum is what can take ordinary results and explode them, right? Last week we talked about going from the middle of the mountain to the top of the mountain. More money, more energy, more intimacy, more contribution, life at its peak. The reason this is super important, guys, it's key. Momentum can also accelerate unwanted results. Bad health habits can spiral into obesity, and it can do it quickly. Poor financial momentum can drive you to an absolute brink of poverty. An ignored relationship can build velocity into loneliness and feelings of worthlessness. Look, maybe you're thinking, I already done all this before, Spencer. Well, maybe you're tired of letting yourself down. May have lost confidence in yourself or unsure what happens when you get the momentum you really want. I'm going to challenge you to get in on this challenge. Because you're not going to be alone. You're going to have other people with you. And you're going to get pushed outside of your comfort zone to get things done. I'm excited about what we're getting ready to roll out next week. So later this week, you should see some things get pushed out. We're going to email everybody. We're going to get as many people as possible. I think I mentioned it last week that I don't care if it's 2,000 or 3,000 or if it's 20 to 30. We're going to get this thing going. Because I do believe this is a really good way to engage people and get them reinvigorated. And those that really want to take it further, they will then go into the real estate reset because it is, in fact, a very good program to get yourself together and relaunch your business. Might be a reset or relaunch. I don't know. Maybe you just want to do it right from the start. Anyway, friends, I know this was a short version, but I think this is what we're going to now. But it's my opportunity to get on here, rant, rave, talk about some things. Maybe we'll talk about some current events. Maybe I should spend 30 minutes talking about the conversation me and my father had around the State of the Union last week. Yeah, okay. The funniest thing I heard. Nah, I have to explain to everybody. Look, maybe we'll get uncensored and talk about all the current events at some point. Right now, this is my focus. I want to get this challenge going. I want you guys to get in on it, and appreciate you guys being here. Hey, Dan's in the group. What's up, buddy? Yeah. There you go, Dan. All right. Anybody that wants to comment, questions, thoughts, anything you need from me, feel free to reach out. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm all over the internet. That's why I do what I do. So Appreciate you guys being here. You guys have a fantastic evening. Keep well, keep moving forward. And I'll see you at the Practical Planning Challenge.